Good morning. It's been a second. I haven't posted the YAPs from last week, which I think has been preventing me from posting and recording YAPs this week. However, I want to talk a little bit more. We talked about it briefly on Deconstruction Junction, which you should be able to see on my feed on Substack. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about this Target boycott. And I know we've talked about boycotts a lot. And, you know, I want to remind that, like, if you want to boycott, you go ahead, girl. If you don't want to boycott, you go ahead, girl. Like, you're doing what you deem is best. And keep your hands to yourself and mind your business. You know what I'm saying? In this aspect. This also, like, really looks like I don't have a pregnant belly and I just have a belly. Just noting that. Anyway, and bellies are cute and all that stuff. And yeah, but like, what is that in my clothes? It's my pregnant belly. Oh goodness. We have a kiddo sitting on the potty, so just deal with the noise in the background, okay? So yesterday, I think it's Jamal Bryant, like, and I don't know. Star Tribune put out this article that was like, the Target boycott is over, da 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 da. And a whole bunch of activists like Nikema Levy Armstrong came out and were like, no, it's not, girl. Like, the demands haven't been met, da 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 da. It's not over. And like, I have a couple things to say. Number one, like, the way that it's like, we started this, and so we are the ones that determine when it is finished. And I'm sort of like, what if you die? You know, like, that's a real possibility. What if you change careers? Do we need to pull up your panties? Okay. You got to tell mommy when you have to go potty, okay?
Mama.
Yes, baby. Anyway, so there's that whole fight going on. And then there's the, like, there's just, like, do boycotts work? And why are we expending so... What's wrong, babe? Why are we expending so much energy on policing others' boycotts, on who started it, on who's finishing it? Like, and what is the impact on the people working there, on the people that only have Target as an option, right? Like, these are, Piper, please. These are, you know, there's so many exceptions. And I think and this has always been the thing for me with boycotts. It's like, how did this affect people's lives, right? And for some for some privileged people, like, boycotting Target is fine. But for some people, they lost their jobs at Target because of the boycotts, and we don't have any community infrastructure. So instead of fighting about who started the boycott, right, and who's ending the boycott, and is the boycott over, perhaps we should be having, and I'm not saying that some of these people aren't also doing this. And this is what I said on Deconstruction Junction. I find it very interesting that we're policing this boycotting mess, but most people, even if they're talking about, you know, mutual aid and community infrastructure, they're not actually doing it. It just more often than not seems like a giant energy suck when we could be using all of that energy of, if Target is doing XYZ, or if XYZ company is doing what we like, when reminder, like, no group of people is a monolith. They're still getting money. They're still making billions, right? We could be using some of that energy to build the community, to build the infrastructure, not just talk about it, but to build it. And I'm calling myself out about this too. Like, I don't see a lot of people talking about community and then also building community. Good job. So anyway, I don't think it's a either or, because that's a binary. I think it's a both and I think that there is a lot of place for actual infrastructure builders, because as much as the Target boycott has been quote unquote successful, I think it's a predominantly online conversation, you know? And I think if we're going to make change, the conversation has to be both online, offline, and there has to be infrastructure being built both places, right? And I'm not sure that that is currently happening. So that's all. All right. Abolish ICE, ceasefire now. What else do I say? In our hearts and in our minds and the world over. Continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all. And I will see you next time. Toodles. Oh, joy is our revolution. Toodles, bye!